So I just got done recording the things that annoy me about this truck, this 2020 Jeep Gladiator Rubicon Launch Edition. And I feel like I don't want to do an injustice to this thing because it is a phenomenal vehicle. And I don't want you to get the wrong idea. There are things that are concerns and there are things that you need to think about when you're buying it. If the things that I've ever mentioned in any of my videos don't matter to you, then this is a slam dunk vehicle. The things that I've talked about bother me for sure, but there are so many things that don't bother me about this that I actually love about this vehicle that make it very worth owning. First and foremost, I mean, the motor is a tried and true motor. It should last many, many miles, especially here in Southern California where we don't have to deal with any salt or erosion, things like that. The transmission is phenomenal. This 8-speed transmission is just such a pleasure to drive. There's always the right gear. You always have power. It shifts nice and easy when you're driving normally, but when you hammer the gas, it shifts fast. When you want to throw it into manual and shift even better, you can top it out up there at like, 6-7 RPM. I mean, it's probably 6,500 is where it redlines, but you can get up to about 6,000 RPM and slam it into another gear, and boom, it shifts. It almost has a little bit of a sports car feel to it when it shifts. Not that fast, obviously. I mean, you're talking some of those BMW transmissions and things like this, or things like that. But this transmission, from what I understand, is actually used in some BMWs and Aston Martins, many other things. But it really is a nice feeling transmission. So if you're wondering if it's going to drive anything like your JK, no, not even close. Not even close. Totally different vehicle, totally different suspension, totally different feel, way more power. You're basically taking all the same horsepower that you had in the JK and you're splitting it into 8 gears. So like I said, there's always the right gear. Whether you're going uphill, towing something, it's just always going to feel like it's peppy and has power. So that's something that they've really, really improved upon in recent years when it comes to Jeep Wranglers and obviously this Gladiator coming to market. So wanted to mention that. The next thing is the radio setup in this thing is phenomenal. They really have made Uconnect awesome. Now the downside that drives me crazy about Uconnect is every time you get a friggin' text message or a call coming in, it has to announce, oh, call coming in from Combustion Monkey, or new text message from 708, whatever it is, right? I mean,
new text message from Veronica Sill.
Wow. That was perfect timing. You get the idea. You can't turn it off. I've looked in all the settings and I just can't figure out how to do it. Maybe I'm an idiot, and I'm sure there's got to be a way to do it. But if it's that hard to where I don't even want to look for it anymore, I just want to do it, I mean, it's pretty annoying, right? You got to admit. Here I go on a tangent again. The good things. I love the bed.
New text message from Veronica Sill. New text message from Veronica Sill.
I swear this is not planned. This is like perfect timing. Where was I? The truck bed, awesome. I love the spray and bed liner. I would absolutely add that if you were looking at buying a Jeep Gladiator. The tonneau cover, awesome. Absolutely awesome. Not the most secure thing, and you can't expect it to be. It's a soft cover. If you want secure, then you got to go with something hard. But if you're looking for something easy, something that conceals things, it's a great cover. Absolutely. Super easy to pop up, pop down, whatever you need to do. Easy to access stuff on the fly without having to put down your tailgate. And then the tailgate's awesome, where you can do kind of the 2/3 or the 1/3 up, so that you can kind of leave it at an angle if you have boards or anything like that. Really, really nice features. And there are a lot of videos on YouTube that explain how all that works. I can even do one if you want me to. But love that. Like the way it drives on the street. Love that it comes with 33-inch tires. They're aggressive. They're big. I'd like to go 35s. The feel, everything's nice in here. It's a good truck. You know what I mean? I love the lockers. I love the electrical in the back. I love the way that it handles off-road. I mean, it maintains the speed at all times. There are just a lot of unbelievable features that they did. The auxiliary switches, where everything's wired in under the hood, so when I go to add in an air compressor, I want to have onboard air, it's going to be a breeze. And they have 2 different amperages that you can choose from. I mean, there's so much. The steel bumper in the front, that's winch ready. The fact that you can take off the outsides of it to make it more of a stubby bumper. The rock sliders, they're way better than they used to be on the old JKs and JKUs. The rock sliders for the truck bed, I mean, that's awesome. I think they can hold a lot of weight. I think it's like 2/3 or something like that of the truck's weight. You may want to confirm that. I'm just kind of going off the hip here, but that's pretty amazing. You know what I mean? I can lay this thing on a rock and it won't damage it. I think that the storage under the back seats is awesome. The Bluetooth speaker back there is really cool. Only downside is I have a car seat, as you can see back there. So in order to get that thing out, I have to take the car seat out, which is a pain in the butt. So I don't really use that thing. I can't even say that I've ever used it. But if you were using it for an overland vehicle, I mean, how cool is it to be able to have a speaker that's always ready to be taken out? I got the rubber floor mats. I can link those down below. I absolutely love them. They're the MOPAR versions. Super easy to clean. They fit absolutely perfectly. I actually did a video on that. I'll put that link here as well so that you can see kind of how they install, how they look. It's a great vehicle. You know, and then the leather dash on the launch edition, I don't know if they offer it. I think they offer it in other versions, but my God, it's phenomenal. The trail camera, the front trail camera is awesome. The rear backup camera is awesome. It's like high definition, better than any other vehicle I've been in as far as quality. The rear sensors, if you're gonna back up and hit somebody, great. Adaptive cruise control, love it, absolutely love it. Being able to just sit on the highway and steer. It stops all the way down to a complete stop if traffic happens. It'll accelerate as fast as you want it to. You can actually select how far you want to be from the person in front of you. I know people on other channels have talked about how it's an unnecessary feature. Yeah, everything's an unnecessary feature. Leather seats, automatic transmission, everything. I mean, why do I need LED lights? Why do I need all that stuff? All of it's really unnecessary, but it's freaking awesome. I mean, seriously, if you say, you know, that small amount for all that convenience and just being able to relax and steer, it sounds so dumb when I say it. I'm listening to myself talk right now and I feel like I'm a spoiled idiot. But honestly, it is awesome. Like, they did so much right on this thing. It really is an unbelievable vehicle. I'm going to try and look here at some other things. Storage is a little bit limited, but what do you need? It's a Jeep. I mean, everything locks, which is awesome. So you can store things in here if you have the top off. I love the Freedom top, being able to take these panels off, and comes with a whole bag that goes in the back so that you can protect them, store them away when you don't want them. You can literally have these things off and stored in about 5 minutes. The top obviously comes off, the entire top. The doors come off. The windshield folds down. I mean, what vehicle does that, right? The reason the Bronco, for instance, like one of my favorite all-time vehicles, the 94 Bronco, the OJ Mobile, the little bit rounded front, probably my all-time favorite vehicle. The reason it was so popular, I think, is because it had that ability to be such a utility vehicle. It had the ability to take that top off. It could tow a little bit. It was 4x4. It was awesome. And this really reminds me a lot of that. You know what I mean? So I know I can sound like an idiot. I can sound spoiled. But at the end of the day, I just want you to know, like, this thing really is an unbelievable vehicle. And obviously, I do make videos that talk about some of the bad things. But you have to talk bad and good. You can't just talk about good things because no vehicle is perfect. If they made this thing perfect, everybody would have one, right? It's as close to perfect as this thing can be. I think if it had the diesel motor with that kind of torque, it'd be unstoppable. I mean, that's going to be a big thing, but then you're adding a bunch of weight, you know, and I don't know how good that's going to be off-road. Probably will be fine. We've got some big tires on it and so forth, but I think it's an awesome vehicle. So I just want you to know, again, that I'm not sour at all about buying this thing. I absolutely love it, and I think you should buy one. If you at all do any off-roading, if you do any overland stuff, if you tow, if you need to put stuff in a truck bed, if you want something fun, if you want something exciting, something that you can be proud driving, this is the vehicle. So that's it. I know that was a long rant, and I apologize for that, but I hope some of it was good information. Leave a comment. Please subscribe. If you have any questions, let me know. Best of luck, and enjoy your future Gladiator, because you'll get one.